off rip, let me explain this, chat. So my first job was an electrician. That was my first job straight out of high school. I became an electrician, right? Well, not straight out of high school. I took a gap year, whatever. Um, I was an electrician, right? And I did that for a little bit. I did that for a few months, and then I quit. Wanted to try other things. Did that. Fast forward past all these different jobs I've had. Now I'm back as an electrician again, right? So I'll just, even though that technically is my first job, I'll save it for last because it's the job I'm also on right now, right? So I kind of did a full circle. So we'll save that for last, right? So after an electrician, I worked at Home Depot, right? Don't really know why I wanted to work at Home Depot. I always kind of thought it'd be, well, I mean, cool. Not really cool, you know what I mean? But in terms of like retail jobs, I guess I thought it would be cooler than like working at Walmart, I guess. You know, I mean, this is me when I was like, granted, like, I think, oh man, I had to have been, yeah, I think 18 or 19. It was a while, it was a long time ago, man. But honestly, it feels longer than that. You know, whatever. But, so, Home Depot. I remember I applied to be in the garden section, right? But they threw me, you know, in thinking I was going to get the garden section, right? Because, you know, oh, it's cool to be outside. Would you water some plants, right? I mean, pick up some soil. It can't be that bad, right? Well, they decided to throw me in the lumber department, right? So they put me in the lumber department, but, you know, which was fine, but I told them I don't know anything about lumber. Like, I honestly, it's kind of embarrassing to say this. I remember when she told me, oh, you know, we can put you in the lumber section, like the lumber department. How does that sound? I dead serious. I was like, what is lumber? What is lumber? I legit did not even know. I didn't even know lumber was wood. I didn't know that. And I said that. And she still decided to put me in there. If I was her, bro, that would have been my signal to turn away, bro. I would have turned myself away so quick. But she took me, bro. She still put me in there, which shows you how desperate they were, bro. So I get put in the lumber department. I meet some of the guys, whatever. The guys are chill for the most part. They're pretty cool. But I would never see them, right? Because after, like, within the first week, they had me running that whole department by myself, bro. I was cutting wood. I was helping people get plywood. I was running that whole operation by myself. And granted, bro, this is like my second week, bro. I still have no idea what I'm doing, right? Hated that. I absolutely hated that, bro. I would hate it. And they would always, and it makes it worse because they would always say, Hunter, it's fine if you don't know what to do, you know, with helping a customer. If you ever need help, just send them on over to customer service and they'll get taken care of over there. You don't need to worry about it, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. So a customer will come up and start asking me about stuff that I have nothing, you know, I don't know anything about and I can't help them. So what do, right? I send them over to customer service, right? Because that's what they told me to do. But when I do that, they go over there to customer service. A few minutes go by. I get a call on my little Home Depot phone, right? And I pick up. And it's customer service. And they're like, hey, we have a customer up here. He's asking about lumber. So I sent him your way. And I'm like, bro, I sent him there. I'm the one who sent him over there because you told me to. That hiring manager should lose her job, bro. There's no way she still works there, bro. There's no shot. Because, I mean, dude, that was a freaking L on her part. LMAO, are you ranking your jobs yet, bro? Every job I've had, I'm ranking it. So, yeah, bro. On top of all that, and that happened every single day, bro. On top of that, dude, you're dealing with freaking old heads, bro, who come in, you know, they have to flaunt all their knowledge to you and this and that. So annoying, bro. It was a terrible job. I hated it. I hated every moment of it. If I ever had to go back there, bro, I would probably have to kill myself first, honestly. before I let that happen. You would never ever see me in an orange apron again, bro. Ever. Ever in my lifetime. You will never see it. The pay sucked. It was trash, bro. It was trash. Also, another thing that sucked about it was doors and windows was like right across. It was like right next to the lumber department. I was also running that too, pretty much every shift because no one was ever over there. No one was ever working in that department. So I would have, as I'm doing my job assisting my customers, I would have people come over from doors and windows saying, hey, I need an update on my door that I ordered. I need an update on it and where it's at, this and that. And I'm like, hey, I'm sorry, I can't help you with that. I don't know what you're talking about. And they're like, oh, well, they pointed me in your direction. They said you'd help me. And I'm like, well, they lied to you. They lied straight to your face, bro. I can't help you. But bro, go over to customer service and let them deal with it, bro. Even though they're probably just gonna send you straight back to me. I hated Home Depot, bro. Home Depot is going to be going in is it quick? D tier, bro. D tier. You worked at Kohl's? We'll get there, bro. We'll get there, bro. How much did you get paid at Home Depot? Home Depot paid, I believe it was $10 an hour. Now, granted, this was a few years ago, so, inflation and all that. How dare you tell the customers no? Bro, screw the customers, bro. The customers were also, they were so rude, dude. I remember I got chewed out by me and my manager, we were helping load a bunch of lumber on this guy's truck, right? It was like this drunk old guy. Dude, he was legit, and we did nothing wrong, right? He was cussing us out, telling us how to do our job better. This and that, right? Going on a whole tangent drunken rant, right? And mind you, we didn't do anything wrong. He goes through his whole rant, bro. Probably like a 5-10 minute rant. And at the end of it, he offers me $5 and says, hey, thanks for putting up with me, man. I know it can be a handful. And I look at my manager after it, and I'm like, bro, nothing? You're not gonna, put your foot down or anything, bro? You're the freaking manager. And he was like, oh, it happens, man. It happens. How often does this happen, bro? It's Home Depot. It's trash because Home Depot used to hire experienced construction workers. Yeah, bro, not no more. At least not when I was getting hired. I mean, no. That ain't happening no more, bro. Kids are working at Home Depot now. They got freaking 15-year-olds working at Home Depot. The customers are always right. That is the biggest lie that has ever been told, ever. You didn't work at Kohl's. Bro, y'all don't believe me, bro. Watch. Does getting chewed out ruin your day? Bro, it's just one of those things. It does suck, right? But it's one of those things where it's like, if my day is already so trash, my day has been miserable. It happened at the end of my shift, right? So if my day's already been so trash, and you got maybe 30 minutes left on my shift, whatever, and you decide to just chew me out, cuss me out, chew me out, absolutely just hammer me, right? At the end of the day, bro, I'm already depressed, right? At that point, there's nothing more that could happen to make me even more depressed, I'm already cooked. It's just, I just take it, bro. Dad moment, yeah, bro. He was definitely a dad. Did you put in a 2 weeks notice? No. No, actually I did. Yes, I put in a 2-week notice. Yes. Also, they were such gripes about my Sundays, bro. I told them, I was like, hey, look, I don't want to work Sundays. It's it was the only thing I asked of them. Hey, I don't want to work Sundays. And bro, they would always make that a problem. I know that's like every retail job, bro, but it got so annoying, bro. It's like the one thing I'm asking for, bro. I'm always here. I always show up on time. I'm the only one running this department. Bro, the least you could do for me is give me my Sundays. That's it. So, screw Home Depot, bro. On everything I love, I hate Home Depot, bro. D tier for Home Depot. I will never work there again, bro. Ever. So, after Home Depot, granted, Home Depot was about 2 months. I was there for about 2 months until I called it. I couldn't do it no more, man. Um, so Home Depot was about 2 months. After that, I went and worked at, I believe it was the Country Club after Home Depot. And this is maybe just a couple months, like, but in between. I didn't wait long to get another job. What was their reaction? I mean, I don't think they really wanted me to leave, but I mean, what are you gonna do, bro? If I put my 2 weeks in, I'm leaving. I don't care what you feel. You know what I mean? I don't care if they wanted me to stay or not. Yeah, I was leaving regardless, bro. I was out of there. So the country club, I did it for a summer, right? And with the country club, it was essentially I worked in like the golf area, right? So all the rich old people that would want to go golf, that's where I worked, and I would basically cater to them, right? We would have about over 60 golf carts that we would have to line up in a very specific way. Make sure we have all of their golf bags properly strapped up and everything on the back of the carts. Make sure they had sand, towels, pencils, play cards, ice for their coolers, everything, whole 9 yards, right? We cater to the old rich people, right? That was my job, and they would go out and play, right? So as they're out playing, we would clean golf balls. We would go pick golf balls out in the field, refill the where they hit the golf balls for practice. We would refill the bins, and clean, pretty much do laundry, right? Clean their golf clubs for them, all kinds of stuff, bro. And then at the end of the day, we would have to clean, 60 plus golf carts, mind you. They would start lining them up, and we'd have to clean every single one and restock all of them and charge them all. Like, put them all back in their charging spots and plug them all in before the end of the shift. And clean up their mess, bro. They would leave their beer cans all over the place, bro. Their trash everywhere, right? It was pretty trash, bro. And yeah, they tipped, bro. They didn't tip. They're rich because they don't tip, bro. They're rich because they don't spend their money, right? So we barely got tips, bro. And even when we did, we would have to put it in a big bucket and split it between everyone who worked that day. So those tips go nowhere, bro. Absolutely nowhere. Would you have stayed if they moved you to Garden? No, it would have sucked either way. Y'all boy were slaves. Y'all were slaves. Yeah, we were, man. Country Club was rough, dude. And not to mention, the boss there was probably the worst boss I've had so far. He was absolutely horrible to work for. He was miserable. And he made my shift miserable every single time without fail. And here's the thing, bro. I understand if I'm constantly messing up, right? You're going to chew me out, mess up. If I screw this up or break this or do that, chew me out, right? It's understandable. It's valid, right? But, bro, if I am not doing anything wrong, if I'm legit trying my best and I still, and I show you respect, bro, the least I could do is, the least I could expect is for you to give me some sort of respect, right? But dude, he was so rude. So entitled, bro. He cared about nothing but just making sure everything was spick and span and everything was in its right spot. Didn't care about anything else, bro. He was horrible. He chewed me out quite a bit too. Pick up them balls, boy. Dude, that's all I did, man. I had to go pick up all the golf balls, bro, and then clean them. And probably the worst part of that job, dude, is we didn't close at a specific time. We didn't have a closing time. We were closed when everyone was done playing golf. But if the old people, they could stay out on that field for as long as they wanted to, bro. So we were there up until like past midnight a few nights, right? Because they're still out playing. And we can't leave until we have all the carts in, clean, restocked, charging. We cannot leave until that's done. So imagine you're just sitting around at Saturday night, you're ready to go home, and it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and you cannot go home because you're waiting on some old fart in the middle of the field to get done playing his golf game. Playing golf at midnight, yes, bro. Some of them had glow in the dark. Oh my gosh, glow in the dark golf balls, bro. So they would stay out all night, bro. Hello, wasn't you cool with one coworker? Yeah, well, that is the one positive I was gonna go into. The people that worked there were pretty cool, dude. Really cool. I've made a couple friends from there that I still talk to today. So that's definitely the perk with that job is the people. Now, not all of them were cool. I mean, you can't. It's not always gonna be rainbow and sunshines at every job, right? But take what you can get, bro. The two, three people that I made friends with, bro, they're really cool, and they made the job as good as it could have been, right? So, yeah, that job sucked. It sucked, bro. It was pretty trash, but the people helped out, bro. The people did make it a little bit better. So I will be giving this a C, I think. I think C is fair for that one. Okay. So after the golf, yeah. So this is where Kohl's comes in, bro. How long did you last at the pause? First of all, pause real quick on that. And second of all, the country club, I was there for a summer. So I was there, I think about maybe 4 or 5 months. Maybe 6 months, honestly. I was there for a few months, man. But it was not great, but again, the people made it as good as it could have been. Do Kohl's, idiot? Okay, well, if you let me, bro, I will. 2 weeks. I was at Kohl's. Kid you not, bro. I worked at Kohl's for 1 day. I was there for 1 day, bro. It took one shift for me to be like, nah, bro, I'm good. I'm good on that. Yeah. One shift. So, I'll give you a little bit of explanation on Kohl's, bro. So with Kohl's, it's funny because I was actually, the job after the country club actually was Planet Fitness. And while I was working at Planet Fitness, I decided at one point, you know what, I'm gonna quit and go work at Kohl's, right? Because they were paying a good bit more, and I was gonna get more hours, and I was really on like the money grind. Like I really was wanting to get a lot more money, right? I think I was also just kind of ready to leave Planet Fitness at this point. So I was gonna go to Kohl's, right? And plus, Jesus was working there. Angel and John, Jesus. He was working there at the time. Now, this was when it was seasonal. This was during Christmas time, right? So, they're doing crazy hours at Kohl's. They're going crazy because, Christmas time is crazy for retail stores. But Jesus kind of, he doesn't really get me in, but, kind of like, oh, I know Hunter. So I think that probably did help a little bit. Yeah, I get in there, bro, and it is just, I mean, the best way to put it, bro, it was legit just absolutely miserable. It was horrible, bro. I mean, you were back in the factory, bro. Like, well, not factory, but you were back in the warehouse, bro, just pushing boxes, bro, picking boxes up, putting them on a shelf, running out to the store, stocking stuff. I mean, you were doing, like, you were all over the place, bro. And it was very just boom, boom, boom. Like, it was crazy, bro. I didn't, no. I was not messing with Kohl's at all, bro. It was just for one shift though, man. Because after that one shift, I quit. Well, I didn't quit right there, but I got off, and I got in my car and I was like, nah, bro, this ain't it. So I called back Planet Fitness. I called my boss, and I was like, hey, bro, look, is there any way I could get my job back? And he was like, yeah, bro, just your schedule's still up. Just just follow your schedule still. And I was like, thank you, bro. And he called it too. He was literally like, bro, you're gonna be crawling back into here. Watch. And I was like, no, there's no way. He called it, bro. Did you leave before your shift ended? No, I finished the shift. But after that, bro, I dipped. What did your dad say? He didn't care. I mean, I technically still had Planet Fitness, so he didn't care. My dad has always been like, as long as you have a job, like never quit unless you have a job. That's always how he's been. Now, if I would have quit right there and I have no job, then he probably would have said something. Were you embarrassed making that phone call? Yeah, I was really embarrassed, dude, because he literally already was calling it, saying like, oh, I was gonna be crawling back, and I called his bluff. So for me to call him begging for my job back, yeah, bro, it's embarrassing. That, and walking back in that next shift was definitely really awkward. Did you get paid? Yeah, bro, I got paid like $40. I got paid like that's like 2 meals right there, bro. He was at least cool. Yeah, he was cool about it, bro. He was cool about it. So Kohl's, bro, that's going D tier, bro. I mean, if I cannot even do more than one shift, bro, I mean, that should tell you something, right? So yeah, Kohl's was terrible. Lol, did the manager say anything to you before leaving? He was just like, he kind of already knew that I'd be back. Or do you mean I'm assuming you're talking about the Kohl's manager, right? I didn't say anything, bro. I just left. Or I just stopped showing up. I think he tried calling me once, but then I think he knew I wasn't coming back. I think he knew. I think the Kohl's guy knew I was not coming back. I was out of there, bro. No. So Planet Fitness was it was okay. It was fine. It was very boring, right? Because for the most part, what you're doing is you're standing behind the front desk, answering phone calls, and you have to follow a certain script. Because what they really hammer you on is promoting the black card, selling the black card, all of that stuff, right? And mind you, you don't get commission, right? This is just part of the job. So that kind of blows, right? So that's part of it. When people walk in, you're supposed to follow a certain script. Walk them around the walk them around the gym, talk about every, point you have to talk about. All that jazz. Mostly what you're doing at Planet Fitness, at least in my situation, is you're cleaning. You're cleaning. If you're behind the front desk, if there's 2 people behind the front desk, one of y'all are cleaning, right? Because there has to be at least one person behind the front desk. And we had a cleaning sheet and everything, bro. So we had to clean, like, everything, every single shift. The tanning beds had to be clean. It was constant, right? So if you don't like cleaning, bro, don't work at Planet Fitness. Because that's mainly what you're going to be doing. That and selling the black card. And touring people, right? And that's not really my cup of tea at all, bro. I'm not going to lie. I didn't really like any of that. What's the grossest thing you saw at PF? The grossest thing? The tanning beds. The tanning beds were disgusting, bro. I cannot believe people go and lay down in that. It is disgusting. All the oil and lotion that's just caked up in there, bro. And all the hair. Oh my gosh, bro. It's gross. It was gross just cleaning them, bro. You could have been manager. Yeah, they wanted me to be manager. But I didn't want to, bro. I was good on that because I saw how much the manager had to do. And, like, the pay raise was not worth it at all, bro. It was not worth it at all because the manager, that's the one who has to deal with all the complaints. And there was a lot of complaints, bro. And now this will be different for everyone, right? Depends on who is working there for you. for me, there was a lot of drama that would happen, right, with the people that I worked with, which definitely got really annoying, right? Um, sometimes you just want to come into work and get and go home, right? Who wants to go into work and deal with useless drama, right, during your shift? Like, who wants to deal with that, bro? It's terrible. How much the pay raise? I mean, it wasn't. I mean, it was so forgettable, bro. And that should tell you how little it was. Now, my pay alone was like $12. I got paid like 12 an hour. Who was complaining at Planet Fitness, bro? I had so many like Karen interactions at Planet Fitness, bro. I've said this before, not on stream, I don't think, but I had someone come in, right? Because we would have to deal a lot with overdue balances, right? So at Planet Fitness, they have a thing where, you know, you can cancel anytime you want, right? Unless you have an overdue balance. If you have an overdue balance on your account, we can't close your account unless you pay that balance, right? So we would have someone come in, right? Happens all the time. They're trying to cancel, right? I pull up their account. I'm going to cancel them. Boom. In big red, bro. Overdue balance. Please pay balance. I look at their balance. It could be from anywhere from $20 to a couple $100, bro. Like, it would get bad, bro. And dude, I'm telling you, man, I used to be, I wasn't like scared, but it was always so awkward telling them, hey, yeah, look, I know you're trying to cancel and all, but you have an overdue balance of $350. And unfortunately, I cannot cancel your membership unless you pay the balance. And obviously, that enables them to freaking light up. What do you mean? What do you mean $350 for what? It said right here, right here. They get their phone in my face right here that you can cancel anytime, no fees. Where's the $350 coming from? It was nonstop, bro. Every single time. Every single time, bro, it was nonstop. It's crazy. When I was a kid, I used to think some of these jobs would be cool. That's the thing, bro. That's why I would go to these jobs. Home Depot, I thought it'd be cool. Planet Fitness, I thought it'd be cool. These were jobs I was legit excited for. And then they're so miserable, bro. Because as a kid, you don't realize that, the things that you really have to deal with, I used to want to work at the movies for my job. Dude, Drake and Josh. Because Josh worked at the movie theater, the premiere. Bro, ever since then, I've wanted to work at a movie theater, bro. I always thought that was like the dream teenager job. I always thought that would be the coolest job, bro. Even then, even now, obviously I wouldn't do that now, but, bro, if I was a youngin' still, bro, if I was still a teenager, I definitely would work at a movie theater, bro. Why not? But they were always kind of hard to get, man. They were never hiring. But yeah, bro. Yeah, but overdue balances, bro, happen all the time. And it could be because their card would start declining. So after a while, because it's automatic payments, right? But if their card starts declining after a while, regardless, the payments they're gonna start backing up, bro. Because it's got to get paid, right? So that was very annoying. But yeah, bro, Planet Fitness. I met some pretty cool people there. I did meet some good people there, man. But a lot of bad people too. But overall, man, Planet Fitness, I would give B. Planet Fitness is a solid B tier. I remember one time, this lady literally came in and started like, harassing me pretty much, right? I don't even remember what it was, dude. I think it was because it might have been like an overdue balance type thing. And she was like recording me. And like she was saying like, oh, this is for my safety. This is for my... I'm like, bro, you really think I'm going to leap over this counter and attack you? This is Planet Fitness, bro. Does it look like I was literally like eating. I remember I was eating like protein chips. When she walked in I'm like, dude, are you really like, you're scared of me, bro? I could care less, dude. I promise you, I could care less about this. I promise you that. I have a lot of stories from Planet Fitness, dude, but yeah, it would take too long to get into all of them, bro. We had to take it for another stream. So after Planet Fitness, I went and worked at Academy. Uh oh, and to say this, Planet Fitness, I was there for over a year, bro. So at this point in time, Planet Fitness was the longest job I've had. Um, so over a year, a little over a year and some change, right? Was Planet Fitness. Now Academy, bro. Um, we're back to being miserable again, right? Academy sucked bad, and it's one of these jobs again where I'm like, oh, bro, Academy, like in terms of retail, at least, I'm thinking like, oh, a sports store like Academies or like a Dick's, that would be fire to work at, bro. Like, sign me up. But you get in there, bro, and it is the complete opposite. Now, it could just be maybe it was where I was working. I worked in like the sporting section, right? So my main job was like legit just walk around and ask people for help. That's it. And 9 times out of 10, bro, they didn't need help. And if they did need help, I couldn't help them because it was a question that was way too specific for my knowledge. Way too specific. Like they would have a baseball glove for their kid, right? Is this fitting is this fitting his hand right? Is this right? Can you see? Test it. Test it. See if this is right for my kid. Is this right? How about these baseball pants? Do they fit him right? How about this helmet? Is that right? I'm like, bro. Like I understand why he's asking me these. I get why he's asking me these questions, right? I mean, I do work in this section, but bro, way too specific for me, man. I can point you to where the baseballs are, right? Or where the bicycles are. I can point you in. I can point directions, bro. I cannot tell you the size of the helmet that your kid needs or whatever you're asking me, bro. That's a bit too much. Like I said, I mean that could just be me. But yeah. Other than that, bro, it sucked. I didn't really. The people that worked there, they were cool. Some of them were cool. Some of them were cool. But again, some of them weren't all that great. But I mean, what are you gonna do, man? It's freaking. And really, I remember that one of the bosses there really was just always rude. She was always super rude for no reason. And the weekends there, bro, were freaking wicked. The weekends would get insanely wicked, man. That was definitely the worst part. It was a freaking weekend. So I was at Academy for about 2 months before leaving there, and I got out of there quick, bro. So Academy, not much to say on that, honestly. That was another short-lived one. It's got to go down there in other bad apples, bro. Because these were all trash, dude. All of them. Okay, next up, Target, bro. Target was my last job before, obviously, I'm an electrician now. Before Target. Before electrician, I was at Target. I'll say this, bro. Target, again, it depends on where you work. Because Target is, they have, it has, like, departments you would go to, right? Me, personally, I feel like I lucked out, right? I feel like I got probably the best gig there, which is online fulfillment. So, basically, what I did, I had a cart, right? And had my little scanner, right? Basically, all I did was, like, people that do online orders, whether they order on the app or, they or like shipping, like they do online to get shipped to their house, or they do drive up, pick up, whatever. I would basically shop whatever they're trying to get, right? So if they have groceries, I would shop groceries or any other item. Basically anything in the store, right? I would shop for them. Basically, I was their personal shopper. And it was a pretty easy job, dude. The only thing about it is you had to deal with the really annoying and controlling bosses and supervisors that were always narcs. They always were really annoying about the job. They just made your job hard. Like, they took an easy job and made it as hard as they could, which I always will never understand that. Like, why? Like, why? What's the point, bro? What's the point? Um, and probably the worst thing about Target is that all of those orders they're on a time limit. So you have to be like you have to be obviously quick, but sometimes it's like it's what's the word? It's unrealistic. Like they'll want you to pick 40 items in 20 minutes sometimes. And you have to pick all the items and then bag all the items individually and put them like in stored spaces and get them all scanned. Like there's no way you're doing that in 20 minutes. And then if you dip under in time, they get mad at you, bro. And if there's items that you can't find, they get mad at you, bro. So it's like it's constant things like that that would really get annoying, really get, especially on really bad days, bro. It would really get on my nerves. But for the most part, the actual job was pretty easy, bro. It was pretty easy. If you're just looking at the job itself, sure, it's gonna have its annoyances, but in terms of retail, bro, it was pretty easy. I'm kind of debating where I want to put this here. I do think it was better than Planet Fitness. I do. But A is kind of like I'm kind of glazing it, bro. Like A is like, oh, I loved it at Target. I didn't, bro. It was another job where I was here for a while. I was here for like a little over a year. A tier is kind of crazy though. But just know it's A tier. That does not mean I love Target, bro. I still would never work there. Well, I might work there again. Would have worked there again. But I don't love working there, bro. Just hear me out. It's in terms of retail and in comparison to these other jobs I've had. Okay. Target also they paid 15. So it was also the highest paid job I've had at this point, which is good. But bi-weekly pay, which let me just say this, bro. Bi-weekly pay probably the worst thing ever, right? It is probably the worst. I cannot think of a single thing that is worse than bi-weekly pay. I can't. Like, bi-weekly pay or stubbing your toe. I would say bi-weekly pay is worse, bro. It's that bad. I hate it. Dude, getting through an entire work week, right? You are slaving away, bro, on that 9 to 5. Just to make it to that Friday and you're not seeing a check, bro. You realize, oh man, wait, no, I'm not. It's not this Friday. It's next Friday. I'm getting paid. So now you gotta survive. Not only did you just you barely made it through that week, now you have to double it, bro. You gotta do a whole nother week to get paid. Legit, bro. It should be illegal. It should be illegal, bro. It is horrible. You will never convince me that bi-weekly is the move, bro, ever. If you had to pick any of those retail jobs to do forever, what would you do? To do forever, bro, I would kill myself. I wouldn't do it. I would not do any of these forever. I would be gone, bro. I'd be a dead man. You wouldn't see me no more. I freaking hated the bi-weekly checks, bro. I'm telling you, man, it's the worst. It is the absolute worst, bro. Absolutely terrible. But no, hey, if you told me to work any retail job for the rest of my life, bro, I would, I'd be dead, bro. Plain and simple. Okay. So back to electrician, bro, which was my first job and my current job. Compared to all of these jobs, bro, I'm gonna say it definitely is the best out of all of these jobs because it feels like it's like the most career job here, right? It's a trade. You learn so much, you can make the most money, there's the most growth, right? You feel like you're actually productive, you feel like you're actually doing something, you're learning something that's actually worthwhile, you can pick up side jobs. It's obviously it has to be the highest out of these jobs. Is it a job that's for me? I don't know. I don't think so. But again, that's not to say that it's not, I mean, it's for a lot of people, bro. It can be a great job, especially if you have the passion and love for it. I've been on this tangent plenty of times during this stream. Um, Man, my crap is trash. I wish I had a bi-weekly check. Yeah, man, you get paid twice a month, bro. So I guess it could be worse. I wish you had bi-weekly too, man. At that point. Um, but yeah, man. Again, electrician. I mean, again, it's compared to these other jobs, bro. It's phenomenal if you compare it to these jobs, and it's still a lot of people, bro. Compared to any job, and it's phenomenal, right? It's all about what you like, man. What you have passion for, right? And everyone's different, dude. Me personally, I don't know if my passion lies here. You know, and that's okay. I got to learn to live with that. But there it is, bro. There it is. That is the finalized official ranking of jobs I've had in the past, bro. For some people this might look like a lot. For some, it might not look like anything, bro. You know, I'm sure there are people out there who've had, 10 plus jobs, right? Or people who've just had one, right? But yeah, man, I've had my fair. I have swapped spit with a good bit of different jobs, and I got no regrets, bro. No regrets, dude. I mean, each job that I have here, bro. I have learned something from each job. I have learned / gained something from each of these jobs, bro. So really, no regrets, man. No regrets at all, dude.